the next step for this project is to modify the stairs, and the way that they're going to show us to do this is a pretty cool trick. We used an automatic generating stair, so we set some basic rules for the stairs and positioned them, and then we adjusted those rules and watched the stairs move. Now what we're going to do is adjust the actual shape of the stairs, and the book walks you through this. I'm going to walk you through it too. I'm not necessarily going to follow every single step that's in the book, but this is a really neat trick. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take this stair, and I'm worried only about the upper stair, not the lower stair. So this is the lower set of stairs, this is the upper set of stairs, and I need to select the upper set of stairs. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Edit Stairs, okay? And then what I want to do is actually edit the sketch of this stair. So I'm going to select that sketch, and I'm going to use this button here that says Convert. Okay, what this will do is it will convert the automatically generated stairs into a sketch that we can edit individual aspects of that sketch. It is not reversible. You have to make sure that you've done all the steps up to here and has the right shape in place before you change this. So I'm going to go ahead and close that message, and now what I have here is I need to edit that sketch, and what we'll see is it's a little different. I get colored lines that represent different aspects of the stairs. So let's go through and identify these. First of all is the green line. This is the edge of the stair on the right and the left of the direction of travel. And so everywhere you see a green line, it's really representing a diagonal line in space. Then we have the black lines. The black lines are the face of the riser, and so these indicate a vertical jump in space. This is a vertical plane in space, and basically what that black line represents is a rectangle. That's the face, called the riser of the stair. And then we have a blue line here in the middle. This indicates the stair path, or the direction of stairs. We're only going to edit two different parts of this. We're going to edit the edge, and we're going to edit the risers. We're going to leave the path exactly where it is. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to create what's called a bullnose stair. There's going to be a round step down here at the bottom. And so first things first, I'm going to take this this line here, which is the sketch boundary of the ramp of the stair, or the diagonal of the stair. I'm going to pull this back all the way back to the corner of the wall. Okay, and now if I was to try to finish the steps right now, I would have an error message because I have a vertical surface here, and then there's nothing. It just doesn't close, and so the stairs would not really know what to do. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add to the boundary first, and I'm going to take my boundary icon, and I'm going to use my line tool. Actually, I'm going to use my pick line tool, and I'm going to pick this line, and it's going to draw a line right on top of that. I'm also going to pick this line, which is a little bit counterintuitive, but what I want to do is I want my stairs to line up with the outside face of this wall. So they're going to come out, and then when they get to this point right here, the stairs are going to get larger and then come down. So I'm going to use my trim tool to trim these lines with that line, this line with that line, this line with that line. And so each one of these now is forming a closed shape, each single tread. And then finally I'm going to close these two together. So what I have there is like a zigzag for the profile of that stair. So this riser, this tread right here, this tread is going to have a notch cut out of it that's going to allow it to go around the face of that wall, and then it comes down like this. The last two are not yet closed. So in order to do that, I'm going to say use my trim extend multiple tool. I'm going to pick this edge, and I'm going to say bring this one out to meet it, and bring this one out to meet it. And that means that now the flat part, or the rectangular portion of my tread is going to be even with this line. And then finally I'm going to draw a couple of arcs. So I'm going to use my arc tool, my tangent end arc tool, and I'm going to click an arc that goes from here around to there. And I'm using the wrong tool. I've got a green line. I don't want it to be a green line. I want this to be my riser. So I'm going to delete that one, and I'm going to switch to the riser tool and then use my tangent end arc. And I'm going to go from here up to there, and then I'm going to do the same thing from here up to that point again. And so what I've got now is a riser that's curving, and I've got another riser that's curving even larger. And so when I click finish, I'm going to get this staircase. So let's take a look at how we can see this. It's a pretty cool shape. I'm going to go ahead and finish my sketch. And what I want to do is I want to be able to see what this looks like. And there's many different ways I could do this, but I'm going to use the books method because I think it's a pretty good one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a 3D view. This is a neat trick also. I'm going to go to a 3D view. Hovering over my view cube, I can right click and I can say orient to a view, and I'm going to come here and orient to a section. I'm going to say my section at the stair. Okay, so now it took my stair section and created a 3D slice of the building. And remember, everything in Revit is represented three-dimensionally anyway, except for the annotations. So this is a three-dimensional sliver of my building. It's a really nice little tool. This view is currently a phase filter showing new construction. So what I need to do is say, hey, you know what, show me existing construction. And then I have this little bounding box that has arrows. They're a little hard to grab, but once you've got them, you can pull that out and you can see that stair that we've just created. This building does not have a floor, which is a little bit unfortunate, but that's okay. We can see that stair, and I'm going to raise the bottom up and cut off those stairs underneath. I'm going to take the top and bring it down to cut off the stuff up above. And then there's a few walls to hide. I'm going to do that too. So I'm going to select a few things up here on top. I'm going to click this one. I'm going to hold down Control and pick these different walls up on top. And I'll pick the door up on top, this other door on top. So I get all that stuff off the top floor. I could lower the bounding box, but then I would trim the railing too, and I don't want to do that. So then I can right click and say Hide in View, Elements, and that lets me take a look at this staircase. Okay, the other thing I want to get rid of, this bounding box is no longer really very helpful for me, so I'm going to right click on that and say Hide that in View too. Okay, and then this gives us a really nice little view of our stairs. The next thing to worry about is our railing, so I'm going to get to that in a second video.